The Maple Leafs opened their training camp this week as well with some good news. Center Mike Walton, who is said to be considering holding out for a contract worth over $50,000, signed his 70-71 deal with the team. And while the exact yearly amount was not revealed, it's believed that if Walton achieves several agreed-upon milestones this season, he could make as much as $40,000. However, the Leafs have other contract worries to deal with. Defenseman Jim Dory is boycotting workouts and says he won't be on the ice, as is his right, until he has a new contract. General Manager Jim Gregory says that the differences with Dory are not large, and he feels a young defenseman will return to the fold quite soon. Gregory admitted that his major problem will be signing Toronto captain Davy Keon. Keon wants $125,000 a year, and the Maple Leafs are not willing to go anywhere near that total. Gregory said that the team offered Keon the best contract any Toronto player had ever received up until last year. And if you remember last year, that's when Tim Horton got $80,000. And he said, we're not going any higher. Doesn't sound very good for Dave. Meanwhile, a player who has not even played a National Hockey League, let alone a professional game, received a contract from the Maple Leafs this week, and it was, according to Alan Eagleson, the best contract I've ever known the Leafs to give an amateur. He is goaltender Murray McLaughlin, 22, who played college hockey with the University of Minnesota for the past few years. Murray can't expect to be a regular in Toronto anytime soon. Veterans Bruce Gamble and newly acquired Jacques Plante will have those two spots all locked up for sure. Plante, by the way, is beginning his first season in Toronto, and he arrived in camp expressing a lot of happiness to be with the Leafs and displaying the enthusiasm usually reserved for raw rookies. Jake the Snake says he feels just like a rookie this fall, and he's hoping that at age 41, he's going to be able to play at least 3 and maybe 4 more years for the Leafs. Jock says that his much publicized allergy problems dealing with the air pollution in Toronto will not affect him in the same way it had in the past this season, usually when he was a visiting player with Montreal, New York, or St. Louis. Jock says, I gave up smoking cigars 5 a day a couple of months ago, and I'll live in the northern part of Metro Toronto. I think I can beat the problem. Leafs coach Johnny McClellan figures that Plante is worth at least 5 more victories to the team this season. We also have a bit more news on the income tax evasion charges that Toronto Maple Leafs president Stafford Smythe is facing at this very moment. Smythe's lawyer says his client will ask that the charges be thrown out of court based on a violation of the Canadian Bill of Rights. Smythe is charged with evading paying taxes on $278,000 worth of income between 1964 and 1967. Smythe's lawyer, J.J. Robinette of Toronto, says that a section of the Income Tax Act conflicts with the Bill of Rights guarantee of due process and equal treatment under the law. Seems like a pretty weak defense given how long these statutes have been in place and how routine these prosecutions usually are. It seems more like grasping at straws. But just remember, in cases of criminal culpability, when you can't argue against the facts, then you gotta attack the process. Robinette was asked about similar charges Smythe's partner in crime, Harold Ballard, is facing, and he told reporters he's unable to comment because he doesn't exactly know what Ballard's situation is.